Yellow. Welcome back. In this video, I wanted to ask a simple question. Is Outriders still fun? I'm creeping up on 11 days played in Outriders, and I personally am still having a lot of fun. Am I unique for having 11 days played in this game? Are you all still enjoying it? Are people still pumping hours in? I just recently started the Technomancer, and I gotta say, I am super impressed with how quickly I was able to get him up. I've never been told that in real life, but thank God for gaming, I can get them up super quickly. And as soon as I swapped to the Technomancer, I was like, oh my God, here we go again. This is so fun. Just having fun doing a bunch of different setups with the Technomancer. I'm currently working on a cryo-toxic build. The variance in the characters for me is enough to continue to want to play this game for a while. People Can't Fly has done a pretty good job of remedying a lot of the problems that has plagued this game so far. Unfortunately, it's still not 100%. A lot of people still dealing with the sign-in, the loading issues, the crashing, the servers being somewhat questionable, and the the meta joke on the internet is the hardest raid boss in the game will be the sign-in screen. Fortunately, I haven't had to deal with that. That would be incredibly frustrating. Most of the player base did get god rolled legendary items. This is to compensate for lost gear, character wipes, the accidental selling of legendaries when the game was still pretty fresh. Fortunately, I wasn't really impacted. I still got some sweet stimulus items from People Can't Fly, some nice god roll items, which I've been having fun shooting and looting with. I think now is a better time than ever to get into the game if you've never played before. Things are working mostly smoothly. The enemies are still as hard as ever. The build variety is still pretty good. The loot drop rate is still abysmally low. My God, I don't know why they want you to not get any loots from this game. Don't go play Borderlands and then play Outriders. You're going to be like, oh man, complete 15 of the hardest raids in your life and you come out with like one tiny purple pebble and just be like, cool, sweet. Don't even have enough shards to upgrade my current gear. There are a lot of fun things you can do with the missions and the side quests. I personally thought the story was fantastic, but it gets to a certain point where there are no more things to do in the campaign besides resetting missions, and that to me is not super fun. If you do not like the timed speed run for the end game, this game is probably not going to speak to you. The timed speed run metas for expeditions can be incredibly frustrating, particularly for a new player who has just unlocked them and is not super sure as to how to build out a highly specialized and highly optimized character. This presents its own set of unique challenges. I thoroughly enjoy making characters. The process of having a garbage character with garbage gear and no clue what I'm doing with skills and synergies, and turning that into a character that is just slaying at challenge tier 15 with perfectly optimized gear, perfectly optimized skills and setups is the fun in the game for me. If you are a person who is not into the building, into the unique crafting of a character and setting it up your own way and having fun with the process, I don't think that this game is going to be your cup of tea. After the game came out, people on YouTube who are much better than myself at coming up with super sick meta builds put out videos as to how to dominate the game right off the bat. They had figured out almost immediately. Good for those people. I have nothing negative to say about that whatsoever, but a perfect example of why this is potentially problematic for some of the community is after you have figured out the YouTube meta builds and you can easily master challenge tier 15 with any character. The information is out there, ladies and gentlemen. You can find it for any character. There really isn't much to do if you're not into the experimentation. One of the biggest things that I would love to see Outriders do, adding a dungeon mode where the loot might even be diminished, where it is not a speed run and it's randomized so you never know what you're going to get, would be a really cool addition to this game. I don't see that that would take anything away from the game. The problem is that People Can't Fly have made it very clear that this is not a live service game like a Destiny or like a, I don't actually remember, RIP Anthem. Was that live service? It might have been, I don't know. Or like an Anthem. And so that is potentially problematic because what happens is, sure, the content's out there and yeah, you can have fun like I'm doing, building new characters, grinding them up, getting them through. That's all fun and dandy. But once you've done all that, there isn't a whole lot left to do. And that's sort of why people are a little bit butthurt as to the replay factor of this game. Really though, I think that this game still has some life in it. I have no qualms about continuing to play. Still thoroughly enjoying it. Got bored of the Pyromancer after a very long period of time. Swapped to the Techno and it just opened Pandora's box with having fun playing playing a new character. Outriders is one of those games which greatly benefits from taking time off and coming back after a prolonged break. Maybe it'll freshen it up a bit for you. I have friends that take breaks from this game. It's been out for a month and a half, and they've come back and they've had some fun. I don't really have any desire to leave yet. I haven't seen any games on the horizon that really have piqued my interest. The game Biomutant, a little RPG kind of thing, comes out very soon, so I might spend some time trying that out. The Xbox Game Pass thing, I'm pretty spoiled for choice with gaming. Don't have to shell out $60 every time I want to play a new game, and that is one of the coolest things ever. Don't know if Biomutant is on Game Pass. I don't think it is, so we'll see if your boy is too cheap to buy that new full price AAA title. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have thoughts about the current state of Outriders, if it's a good time for new players to get in, if you're bored senseless, what you'd like to see, I'd love to hear about it. The discussion aspect of the YouTube comment sections is my favorite part of doing these videos, unless I'm doing montages of me dancing. And until next time, we out.